Hello everyone and welcome back to another Starcraft 2 1 vs 1 replay casted by myself, and I say welcome back because this is going on Remember Tomorrow Zero YouTube channel. Of course, that is Steven Battle II, aka Destiny's YouTube channel, and this is a guest commentary for that channel. I have done some guest commentaries on the channel before. I've gotten, you know, some good things have been said, some bad things have been said. I've read the bad things, I've adjusted what I've been doing. So hopefully this one's going to be even better. But yes, this is a guest commentary, which means, of course, I'm open to feedback, open to input. We're trying to make this channel great. And if you want to see more guest commentaries, of course, leave a comment. Come say hi to me on my channel. Of course, my name is Axel. You can find me at youtube.com/AxelTossSC. But yeah, just a little bit of a twist to these channels. Usually it's just first-person view of Destiny, raging, and whatever. I mean, that's fun, that's cool, but an added dynamic is this third-person commentary style kind of thing, which I've been doing a little bit, and some people have liked it, some people haven't, but most people have, so gonna keep on doing it. In this game, we have in the top right-hand location the blue Zerg player Destiny representing team QxG, of course, QxG standing for Quantic Gaming. And before we get into that, in the bottom right-hand location, his opponent is going to be the red Terran player, MinXPn. So this is going to be a 1 vs 1 Terran versus Zerg on the expansive map of Tal'Darim Altar. And yes, I mentioned Quantic Gaming. I'm actually the quote-unquote official caster person for the team. So, you know, I know a little bit about things. Destiny's actually going to be moving out to Korea for a few weeks on Friday to train in the Startail house. That should be a lot of fun for him. And as I say that, taking a 15 hatch and going to be scouting around with 2 drones. That's a little bit unusual because, I mean, obviously as a Zerg player, your drones are very important for mining, but absolutely wants to know what's going on here. And the funny thing is, the last time I saw Destiny play on this map at a LAN event, it was MLG, and his opponent proxied 2 racks in the middle of this map. So Destiny's sending 1 drone through the middle, perhaps for that purpose. Just wants to find out where his opponent is as soon as possible. Wants to find out exactly what he's doing to see if he has to prepare for any sort of crazy early aggression, because on this map, it is expansive. I said that. You can take a relatively fast expansion, but that means the Terran player sometimes likes to do those 2 rack shenanigans, like 11-11, getting 2 early racks and just pumping those Marines. So Destiny just trying to make absolute sure that that is not going on so he can play his standard game. But what was I talking about before I was talking about the 15 hatch? Yeah, Quantic Gaming, pretty cool organization, Destiny part of that. Going to Korea to train a little bit for 3 weeks in the Startail house, so looking forward to that. Hopefully he does well there, hopefully he's motivated, hopefully he doesn't play too much League of Legends. But I fully expect him to be playing pretty much exclusively Starcraft 2, seeing as how he's actually going to be in a Starcraft 2 house with a maid and a cook. So that's all he's going to be focusing on, hopefully. Of course, if he wants to go hit on some Korean girls, that's fine. He can do what he wants. That's okay. I know July is pretty big on that. But yeah, anyway, the Terran player right now getting racks in a factory down. Destiny stealing against. It's actually really cool. He can potentially cancel this and see exactly what his opponent is doing, assuming he can get away with this, from this Marine, I should say. Also trying to limit the tech factor a little bit, making sure his opponent doesn't take that too quickly. Will he cancel Destiny? I kind of want him to cancel and roam around over here to see what his opponent is doing. But no! Oh my god, he did! But the drone does not get away, so Destiny had that in mind. And he would have seen quite a bit. He would have seen a factory with a reactor. There's only 1 Marine. So a little bit unlucky there, but yeah, factory with a reactor, also a barracks, also command center on the way. Not too unusual to see this early of a command center on this map. Again, pretty big map, pretty, you know, receptive to those early fast expands. So right now, XPN going to be getting out 2 Helions, but will he go to 4? Yes, he will. And I'm wondering if he's going to add on a tech lab to this barracks and then eventually put the factory on that and go to tank production. That could very well be the case. Still only 1 gas here. Might get a 2nd gas pretty soon. Right about now would be the timing for that. I mean, you need that gas for that siege tech research and for the additional tank production as well as marine upgrades once you eventually get there. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. The command center, of course, is just about to finish. Probably going to morph that into an orbital commander. Right now, 2 Helions coming into the natural expansion of MinXPn. Drones running away, going into the main now. Destiny letting these Helions squeeze on by, which is never a good thing as a Zerg player. Needs to start thinking about splitting up those drones. And 2 Helions, actually 1 Helion gets taken out. A bunch of drones still feeling awkward, roaming around, wondering what they're supposed to be doing with their lives, considering they are being pursued by 2 go-karts full of flames. And finally, Destiny trying to get us around, but more Helions coming in. Another Helion came in, right? Or did I swear 1 died. My eyes are playing tricks on me, but a lot of drones going down from Destiny. 2 more coming in from the left side. See the kill counts 5, and oh, one finally did die, but these Helions doing quite a bit of damage for MinXPn, and here we go. There's one more Helion coming in. I'm not sure where that other one went, but going right to that middle line, focusing down at these weakened drones, and MinXPn doing a decent amount of damage. Control R shows 10 workers killed. Was that worth it? That is the question. Destiny held that off decently. I mean, XPN threw, I think, 4 Helions at him. I think there's units lost tab here somewhere. Yeah, 600 to 656, so XPN losing 6 was that 6 Helions? Yeah, I think it is. So, I don't know if that was worth it. I think Destiny definitely coming on top of that, but let's talk about what's going to come up next. We have 4 Helions at the Watchtower here in the middle of the map, along with 1 Marauder. Of course, from 1 Marauder, pretty good with dealing with those spine colors, I should say, doing extra damage to that. But Zergling's coming forward, greeting this Helion train that's coming toward the natural expansion of Destiny. He's throwing down an evolution chamber to try to wall this off, putting 2 queens there as well. This Marauder coming forward, targeting down that spine color, Link coming forward as well. And of course, MinXPn, one of his goals right here is to try to deny that creep spread. If you can deny the creep of your opponent, you can do some pretty crazy stuff in the mid to late game on this map, especially with those tanks. If you get some tanks sieged up on the low ground here and your opponent has no creep out here, it's really hard to stop. I mean, you need that creep for that mobility so you can get in up onto those tanks, onto the Marines, get some damage done. But, I mean, MinXPn, one of his goals right now is to deny that creep spread. I don't see any going out just yet. I don't see any creep tumors anywhere. So Destiny needs to start thinking about getting that creep spread out there. But Marines, Zergling's coming forward and trying to surround those Helions, but Helion's doing a lot of damage. Going to try to take down these rocks. Not sure what the logic is there. Perhaps just trying to keep the Helions busy. I'm not sure. I'm not sure the logic there. But that back in the Red Terran player's base, we have a natural command center down, mining plenty of minerals. Has both of his gases taken, only mining 1 gas from each. Also has plenty of barracks on the field, and there's that factory with that tech lab. So going to be favoring the Marine tank play, which again, pretty standard on this map. And I'm wondering, when is he going to add on that starport for that medevac production? 2 engineering bays going on the way for MinXPn. So he's going to have +1/+1 relatively soon here. 3 spine callers at the front of Destiny's expansions. Wants nothing to do with these Helions. And it's a pretty nice wall off here. If the Helions try to get by, Destiny can easily just surround with the Zerglings. That being said, the Helions thought about it, but getting out of there, just trying to deny that creep again. So important for the Terran play to do that, but Destiny's still trying to extend that out. We're getting it out on the low ground. MinXPn needs to be in this area to deny this from happening, but he's not going to be doing that. So a little bit of a miscue there by MinXPn. And yeah, it looks like he's definitely going to be preparing for that tank Marine play. And at about this time, you would be, starting to prepare for those mutalisks. But right now, we can see Destiny not going for mutas at all. Getting an infestation pit on the way. Of course, Destiny doesn't really like the mutas too much. Prefers that infester play. And bringing some lings around the map. 1 to his opponent's natural third where those rocks are. Going to see the status of those. Going to try to take down this Marine. The Zergling thinks he's a hero, but he's going to die extremely fast. Sending actually has an Overlord at this expansion at the bottom here. Not a bad idea at all. Really important for Zerg players to get that scouting information done, get Zerglings all over the map in every expansion, just to see the status of your opponent's expansions, to try to deny them, because if your opponent gets a hidden expansion on you as a Zerg player versus a Terran player, it is not good news at all. I don't know if any of you remember the GSL. It was Lenok versus Jokji, and it was on this map, and the Terran player was absolutely ridiculous. It made me smile. It was so awesome. He put a command center like back here and then mined the minerals, and Lenok would scout. He'd like, okay, there's no command center there, but wait, there was a command center. It was back here, and Lenok did not scout that until like the 30-minute mark of the game, and I think Jokji ended up winning that. But yeah, that was one of the best games of StarCraft 2 I have ever seen. If you haven't seen it, I'm sure someone very kindly will link it in the comments. It was the first game of the series, and I'm pretty sure GOM allows you to view the first game of a series for free, so you should definitely jump on that if you have a chance. Definitely a ZVT of the ages from the GSL finals there. But right now, it looks like MinXPn going to be taking a third, not putting down any turrets anywhere, so must have been scanning quite proactively. Actually, there is a turret in the main base, so just a little precaution there. One in the natural expansion as well, but none in the natural third. Also, no planetary fortress here, so MinXPn feeling very confident about his ability to defend against potential aggression from his Zerg opponent. Also putting up a nice supply depot wall. Needs one more supply depot to close it off. Someone is queued to do that from somewhere. Maybe it's one of these SCVs already building these supply depots, but it's been there for a while. I'm going to stop worrying about that. Anyway, looks like MinXPn, it is time for his push, bringing a bunch of Marines and tanks, along with some Helions outside of his opponent's natural expansion. There are Infestors on the high ground here, so some fungal growths could potentially go off and destroy this Marine army. There also is a Ghost Academy on the way from MinXPn, as well as a Greater Spire, so look out for that in the future. MinXPn coming forward, has to be careful with these Marines. I'm not sure if he knows about these Infestors on the high ground. At the same time, there's a counterattack into the natural expansion of MinXPn, going into that natural third command center, immediately going to be lifted. SCVs running away as fast as they can, and that's why you get a Planetary Fortress at your third. Ladies and gentlemen, Terran players at home, get those Planetary Fortresses so those aren't as scary as they seem. Infestors coming forward, getting some fungal growth off on these tanks and Marines, or at least trying to. All these tanks being completely neutralized, 5 Marines being split apart to do some damage, but they're not going to do much at all. Actually, they may have killed an Infestor. Another scan goes down from MinXPn, trying to decide where he wants to engage the front of QxGDestiny, now coming up to the third. So both these players going to deny each other's thirds. Zerglings wreaking havoc on the natural third of MinXPn, taking down every single one of these supply depots. No defense here at all from MinXPn. Here comes Destiny with all of these Zerglings, trying to get a nice round on these Marines. Broodlings sharing in on the fun, but all of this is going to die, I feel. It's going to be close though, and no, it looks like the Zerglings are gonna have the advantage here. 2 Lings remain, and that will be enough to take down these tanks. So, wow, let's take tabs of things. I got to catch my breath a little bit. 97 to 91 is the supply count in favor of MinXPn. And Destiny, he does have a Greater Spire complete. I think I saw that. Yes, there it is. Does he have any Corruptors on the field? Units tab shows... Okay, he does have 1 Broodlord on the field. Units tab shows that is it as far as air units. Has 3 Infestors as well. And that's actually a decent amount, but keep in mind there are 2 Vikings on the way from MinXPn. Actually, they just now popped. There they are. And he has 2 more Vikings on the way as well. So going to have quite an easy counter to that Broodlord is that Viking, but has to be careful to dodge those Infestor fungal growths, those infested Terrans. And here we go, MinXPn coming forward once again, throwing down a scan, laying siege upon the natural expansion of Destiny. Keep in mind his third was taken out, so Destiny going to try to re-expand to his third and his fourth at the exact same time. And that Neural Parasite was very short-lived by Destiny, as it got target fired by a tank and was not able to mind control that Viking as long as he wanted to. So Destiny in a little bit of a tricky situation here, doesn't have much to defend against this, considering he has a Broodlord. He has Broodlord tech, but there are 4 Vikings in the air and they are spread out, so you can't fungal every single one of them with the Infestor. So he's just going to try to throw down some infested Terrans, going to soak up some siege tank shots, and we'll have to see if he tries to go for the attack. This hatchery is being shelled upon, down to 1,000 HP. Destiny does not want to lose that. At the same time, there's a drop in the main base of QxGDestiny, and he's going to pick up and he's going to die. Fungal growth going down as well as infested Terrans. Destiny, why are you attacking your own infested Terran eggs? That had to be a mistake, or a misclick, one of the two. But Broodlord coming in here. What's going on, guys? But he's not going to have anything to do there, so he's going to come back and trying to deal with these tanks and this amazing, this scary push from MinXPn. This hatchery does, in fact, go down. Oh man, Destiny, you're really losing a lot of hatcheries here, and when you lose hatcheries as a Zerg player, it's not too fun. So he has to start thinking about trying to engage. There's plenty of Lings on the field. How are their upgrades? 2-2. Very nice upgrades. 1-1 for the Marines of MinXPn. Third got back down. So MinXPN doing fine in the economy, up 145 to 131 supply. Throwing down another scan. A little bit further forward, trying to see the unit composition of his opponent, perhaps deny some creep. But there are a lot of creep tumors out here, so may need to start thinking about dealing with that. Some Zerglings coming forward from Destiny, but backing forward once again. Another scan going down. MinXPN trying to decide how greedy can I be. Gonna unsiege all of his tanks at the exact same time. I'm not sure about that decision. Okay, he's just going to back away. Happy with the damage he has done. Gonna reinforce with 3 tanks and quite a few Marines here. That's about 25. Just eyeing it. 5, 10, 15. Close enough. I'm not entirely sure what that Marine count is. Marine count total, I can give you that. It is 45 total on the map. A lot of Zerglings on the field though, and Infestors from QxGDestiny. Excuse me if I call him Root Destiny. Right now, at the top, it says Root Destiny for me, but I'm going to change that with an overlay. Of course, his in-game name is still Root Destiny. Hasn't gotten around to change that. Of course, there is no free name change from Blizzard. No name change option at all. But hold that thought. Destiny coming forward to the natural expansion, going for a counter attack into his opponent's main base, or his natural third, I should say, and that's going to be denied. There's nothing here to defend. but at the same time, MinXPn wants to do some pushing here, coming around the left side instead of engaging through this creep, I guess, deciding to go around that and checking on the progress of the natural fourth. Units tab shows 31 to 69, 69 drones for Destiny to the 31 SCVs of MinXPn, but we all know Terran doesn't need SCVs, they have mules, just kidding. But to a certain extent, that's true. Keep in mind, counterattacks still going on from Root Destiny, breaking down that supply depot wall. A bunch of Marines getting trained, but then immediately greeting a bunch of Zerglings at the same time. Infestors trying to do some damage here with some Infested Terrans. Neural Parasites going down as well. Tanks trying to target fire. I think there might be a Broodlord in this composition. Yes, there is back there. But Marines trying to split themselves a little bit so they are less, less receptive to that fungal growth spell. But all these Marines are going to go down, so Destiny doing a decent job holding this off. He actually finds himself ahead 164 to 90 supply. And look at all these Infestors from Destiny. No Ghosts on the field to throw down those EMPs, which would be ideal in this situation. Only Marines, but they're going to get fungal growth. Not the best splitting from MinXPn, and he is looking extremely naked. Zerglings finally cleaned up in the main base, but they did a bunch of damage, causing the natural expansion to lift, causing the third to lift, and there's still 3 Zerglings in the natural expansion starting to target down this Ghost Academy, but I haven't seen a Ghost yet on the field, and now this Broodlord coming forward as well as a bunch of Zerglings from Destiny going to surround the tanks, or at least attempt to, but MinXPn leaving the game. So I guess the good news for those tanks is that they do stay alive, or they're currently doing whatever they're doing. I'm not sure really. I don't know what units do once the game ends. That's something to think about. But that's going to do it for this game. Destiny taking it. This was a ladder game on the North American server. Again, if you enjoyed this commentary, definitely go check me out. YouTube.com/AxelTossSC. I also have a Twitter, which is @AxelToss. And of course, leave a comment down below. Subscribe to Remember Tomorrow Zero and just be like, hey, I like it. Keep doing it. Or be like, boo, go away, or something like that. Do whatever you want. I've given up until it's a bad idea to tell people what to do. So just suggestions there. So guys, thanks again for watching this commentary. Again, my name is Axel, or Axel Toss, and I'll see you guys next time.